core mechanic. Legion was a very well received league. In addition to receiving an abundance of positive feedback from players, and engagement with league's content continues to be high. As Legion's primary goals are focused on the encounters and the endgame area, it is reasonably straightforward to integrate into the core game. I feel like as a league, it's just saturated so fast. Like you just reminds me of Incursion. Incursion now, when it's just like a mechanic on top of everything else, it's nice. But when it was League, it was like, it was fun for the first week and a half, and then it's just kind of like, yeah, I gotta see this. And then on top of that, on Legion, if you didn't have a build that was really good for them, it felt really bad to play. I saw it when I started playing the builds that were like slightly, well, not like the greatest for them, and then it's just like, felt really bad because the league mechanic was so rewarding, and so if you couldn't do it, it was just like, ugh. Okay, we are adding Legion encounters as a map content with a 10% chance to occur, similar to Breach or Abyss. Only one timeless monolith can occur from this chance. However, there may be additional ones in an area from other sources. So basically, it means Xanamod and Sextants, maybe Scarabs. Okay, so 10% chance. So if you want to farm Legion, so the way to go for farming Legion stones, like at least from like a solo self-farm point of view, would be you have to use spam fast maps, right? That's how you do it. I really hope that they make the 10% chance higher at high tier maps. Yeah. We decided to leave it out of the campaign content, pre-map leveling, as the campaign is already very busy and this content will be a lot on stack to top. That makes perfect sense, and it's also extremely rippy for new players. Handily, the Legion mechanic was one that could be constantly integrated into existing game elements almost immediately rather than requiring a lot of extra work. Yep. This Legion can also be accessed through the following sources: Sextant, Legion, Scarabs, Delp, random room in Temple of Azul. Ooh, we're getting a new room. That's gonna be a nice room, I think. Okay. In Betrayal Safe House Wagon. Betrayal Safe House Wagon will give rewards based on Legion, including Legion Scarabs and Timeless Splinters. You'll also find Legion rewards in chests hidden behind vaults in the Azurite Mine. We also plan to add Xanamod for Legion encounters at the map device in future releases, but not for 3.8. Good. In Legion, we experimented with any game content that could be played endlessly. Players responded very positively to being able to play the domain of timeless content indefinitely if their build was capable of doing so. This will remain when Legion is added to the core game. We will, however, be adding a diminishing returns for rewards from monsters from the encounter. The intent here is to normalize rewards somewhat so that every player experiencing this content gets good rewards and correctly powered to have sequence. Thank you. Remains to be seen if they actually pull it off properly. But that's actually like one of, I think Rice said it. Like he felt like even if when he was playing solo self-found, like he said that he felt bad about even thinking about doing it because he didn't have a headhunter, so he had like no chance of getting like the you know, to get the good rewards, which is kind of weird, but yeah, it kind of felt like that. To that end, we have increased the rewards for the first cycle of monsters, reducing them each revive cycle. Rewards from the Legion grants will not diminish, but the rewards from other monsters will diminish. We will not be adding diminished returns for experience gained from the Conquer. Yeah, XP is fine, honestly. It's gonna be interesting to see if pushing, like, doing the 5 ways is gonna be a way to get 100 in the next league. The basic Legion chest and encounter rewards will be larger with the same. Breach rewards will give fewer breach stones in part because they were a little too common. Yeah, that makes sense. But also to keep these 2 sets of special map encounters separate. We want most of your breach splinters to come from breach. Additional incubators have been added to increase the variety of rewards they offer. I really don't know what to feel about the incubators. Some of them are really cool. Like the cool thing about the incubators is getting the drops that you wouldn't get otherwise. But other than that, it kind of just feels like that now I know that I'm gonna get a drop soon. Which kind of just feels like it made it so that people play for a tiny bit longer. And will they play for the tiny bit longer? They hope that you get something else that keeps you playing a tiny bit longer, and then just like, you know, snowballing there. But yeah, it kind of feels like if you don't buy them, you just slap them in immediately. That's it. I had not once had a situation where I wasn't at full incubators. Then again, I wasn't like farming crazy amount of like low tier content just for the Legion. So maybe if you did that, then it was different. So I guess it depends how you run the content, right? Like I was just like normally playing the game, mapping and shit, and doing all the things on the way. But if you literally did nothing else but the Legion, I can see you having more incubators that you can use. We enjoyed making Legion. Thank you for playing and making the battle next community so vibrant. We'll look forward to showing it upcoming league in a couple days. I think they did this nicely. One thing I absolutely love is how they are introducing the league mechanic immediately to the other side content. They don't usually do that, right? Like, when was the last time we got something into Delve? Like, this might be the first time they're actually adding new content to Delve, right? That's I hope that they always do that, like that instead of just like slapping, you have 10% chance to get it and that's it. They're actually properly integrating it in the game so that there's multiple ways for it. And I think the Legion is gonna feel amazing now that you don't get it all the time. At least for me. I really enjoyed the league, but that after a while it just like there's too much of Legion. And it was I guess too shallow for my taste. Like we went from the crazy shit like guys can fight me, but I think the end of Synthesis is literally the best league, like best thing the game has ever had, I think. And then we went from that to literally just killing mobs. Sadly, they kind of fucked up the start of the Synthesis, and then people didn't give them a second chance for it, and it's like. But after they reworked how the system works, it was so good. But yeah, I like this. All of this sounds good. I don't think there's like I can't think of anything that I dislike from here. I guess the only thing is that I'd hope that there's a higher chance to get it in high tier maps. I assume that it's the same as it was during League, so that the more rare legions are more common in high tier maps, because that was definitely the case, and you were getting more stuff in high tier maps than in low tier maps. But as it is like now, it looks like if you really want to push for some legion farming, you do you speed run like low tier maps. Either way, this is nice. Can't wait complete not to be completely saturated of Legion. And the fact that the jewels are going core is amazing. Yep. I love the jewels. The jewels are just like so fucking great. They enable so much stuff. and they completely like they completely like change how you path builds and everything like that. It's so nice. I'm excited for 3.8. Regardless. Even if this didn't go core, I'd be excited for 3.8 for the shared delve and syndicate board.